how the S sound got its letter. Lucy and Sam were exploring Alphabet Castle. They had climbed the lookout tower and could see for miles across the island. They saw the tall trees and bright flowers of the jungle and the waves lapping on the shore. The sun shone and the birds sang sweetly. The Alphabet King was striding round his workroom, thinking about the S sound and how to find a shape for it. But he need not have worried. The twins were nearby, and an adventure was beginning. From their lookout point in the tower, Sam and Lucy heard loud quacking. It came from a pond in the courtyard. "Let's go and see why the ducks are so noisy," said Lucy. "Last one to the pond is a silly sausage," yelled Sam, and he raced down the steps with Lucy following. As they entered the courtyard through the archway, the quacking grew louder. The ducks looked terrified, and the two swans swam anxiously in circles. They were making so much noise that the Alphabet King came running, his face pink. Everyone could see what was scaring the ducks. It was a snake curled on the ground. "Oh, dear," muttered the Alphabet King. Lucy clutched his arm. "Will it eat us?" she whispered. "Not today," said the Alphabet King jokingly. "It's only a grass snake," he added quickly, seeing that they were scared. "It will not hurt us. In fact, it is probably terrified of us." All this was watched by Blunt, the pencil guard, who laughed until his sides hurt. His trick had worked. He had put the harmless snake there to scare the birds, and now it had scared the children too, and nobody guessed it was him. Blunt was thrilled. Then the Alphabet King waved his arms and shouted, "Go home!" and the little snake slithered away. "Oh, well," thought Blunt, "I've had my fun." "The snake makes a lovely shape when it moves," said Sam. "It's the same shape as a swan with its long neck," added Lucy. "Well, we can't stand here watching it. We have to find a shape for the S sound," sighed the Alphabet King. Back inside the castle, they sat down in the Alphabet King's workroom to draw a shape for the S sound. "I like the shape of the swan's neck and the slithering, wiggling snake," Lucy said. "Why not make that the letter shape?" asked Sam. "What?" demanded the Alphabet King. "Make a snake into a letter?" He often sounded cross when he didn't understand. "The neck of the swan makes a swirl, and then the body sweeps back the other way, like the curve of a snake. The swan swims and the snake slithers in the way you read, in the reading direction," said Sam, smiling. "It's my letter, S for Sam, and it's slithery like a snake." "Brilliant," said the king. "The name of the letter is S." The king clapped in delight, then opened his book of letters and wrote the lowercase s on a blank page. "It is blue," commented Lucy, "because it is a consonant." "Now we need a capital letter that can stand by itself to start sentences and names," said the king thoughtfully. "Let's see what magic we can do." The Alphabet King wiggled his moustache. He held his hands over the book of letters, palms down, and went pink with concentration. As the twins watched, the king wiggled his fingers like he was playing the piano. Then he pulled the air as if he were stretching something. The effort made him pinker still. Just as the children thought he might explode, the Alphabet King clapped his hands. "There," said the Alphabet King proudly. The twins peered at the page. Next to the lowercase letter was a capital S. "It stands up by itself," said Sam. "It certainly does," agreed the king. "Now, call for the royal painter." "While we're waiting for him, we have to work out how to write this beautiful letter," said the Alphabet King. "We start with the lead-in line," said Sam, drawing with his finger. "It goes up over the top of the first arch, like the arch into the courtyard. Next, it goes back down over the arch to the left to make the neck. Then it goes in the reading direction again for the body, and the last curve goes backwards. Finally, the line becomes a lead-out line, joining the S to the next letter." The paintbrush entered the room, carrying a frame. "I'd like you to paint these letter shapes for the gallery of letters," instructed the king. "Certainly, your majesty," said the paintbrush, bowing low. "You must paint the castle with the letters inside it. Each must sit on a red carpet. The capital S must reach to the roof, but the little s only to the first floor. The royal painter began copying the blue letter shapes from the book of letters into his picture. "That is splendid," said the Alphabet King.